Is there an all-out unprecedented drug crisis in the state of Tamil Nadu? The opposition certainly suggests so, with the BJP and the IDMK mounting an attack on the Dravida Munnetra Sargam. Why? There have been a slew of incidents that have taken place. It started a few weeks ago when the Delhi police, along with central agencies, busted a drug racket in Delhi. 2 Chennai youth were also arrested, and they allegedly named Jaffer Sadiq, a man who's linked to the DMK, who's reportedly a part of a drug cartel. The hunt is still on for Jaffer, but this has led to a big political showdown in Tamil Nadu. The DMK has gone ahead and cut all links with him, expelling him from the party and saying we have nothing to do with him anymore. But the BJP and the AIADMK are now saying that this is an indication of how there is now a drug menace in Tamil Nadu's society. 2 incidents, again, after that have been reported. One on March 1st of a massive drug haul in Madurai, and the latest in Rameshwaram, where drugs worth over 100 crores were seized. As someone who grew up in Chennai, you've never really seen drugs really seep into the society or into the system. Has that changed today? We tell you in our next report.
A whopping 99 kilograms of drugs worth over 100 crore rupees. This drug haul seized from Tamil Nadu's coast in Rameshwaram is the latest in a string of such seizures by authorities. This has sparked a massive political war in Tamil Nadu as the BJP has alleged a mega drug menace in the state. It all started with the Delhi police busting a massive international drug cartel, and in the course of the investigation, Jaffer Sadiq, a member of the DMK's link to the drug cartel, has also come to light. The BJP immediately latched on to this issue.
திமுக அரசு குறிப்பாக இந்த 33 மாத காலத்துல வரலாறு காணாத அளவுக்கு தமிழகத்துல ட்ரக்ஸ் புழக்கம் அதிகமாக இருக்கிறது. அதுவும் இந்த 10 நாட்களாக வந்த செய்தி நமக்கு ஒரு ஊர்ஜிதத்தை கொடுக்குது. எந்த அளவுக்கு இதனுடைய தொடர்பு, அரசியல் தொடர்பு, சினிமா தொடர்பை தாண்டி வேறு வேறு அயல் நாடுகளுடைய தொடர்பு.
The DMK acted quickly, expelling Jaffer from the party, but the political damage was done. Pictures of the drug accused with DMK leaders and even film stars went viral. Prime Minister Modi also raised the issue during his recent rally in Chennai, saying he was worried for Tamil Nadu's youth.
आप जानते हैं कि तमिलनाडु में सत्तारूढ़ पार्टी के संरक्षण में ड्रग्स के गिरोह पनप रहे हैं, और जो जानकारियां मेरे पास आ रही हैं वो चिंताजनक है. मुझे आपकी आने वाली पीढ़ी की चिंता है.
With the BJP repeatedly lashing out and claiming there was a drug crisis in Tamil Nadu, the DMK hit back, calling it a manufactured crisis. But with now 3 incidents, first of the mega drug haul in Gujarat, where the shipment was headed to Tamil Nadu, second of a massive March 1 seizure of 36 kilograms of methamphetamine from Madurai, and now with this incident of 99 kgs of drugs seized from Rameshwaram, the DMK is facing political heat ahead of elections over an alleged looming drug crisis in Tamil Nadu. Bureau Report, India Today.
And meanwhile, after the Supreme Court, the Madras High Court today also pulled up DMK Minister Udayanidhi Stalin over his comments on Sanatana Dharma, but they stopped short of taking action against him. Let's give you a sense of what the Madras High Court essentially did. First of all, granted relief to Udayanidhi Stalin over the remark that he made over Sanatana Dharma, because the plea demanded action in his disqualification. The petitions challenging Tamil Nadu Minister Udayanidhi Stalin and Sekhar Babu continuing as ministers over their remarks was taken up by the Madras High Court. And while the High Court said we can't really take action because legal steps haven't been taken yet, because you've not had action against them as MLAs, we can't really step in on this matter. They have, however, made some scathing remarks and observed that remarks made by Udayanidhi Stalin and other DMK leaders are quite clearly wrong. The High Court said that these remarks were against the constitutional principles and spread misinformation. This comes after the Supreme Court came down heavily on Udayanidhi for his remarks and reminded him that he is a minister, not a layman, sending out a message that he needs to be a lot more careful with the kind of comments he makes.
Normally, for any case, the High Court will make observations. The judge has said that she will upload the order copy in a day or so. So let us wait and see what is observations, how far it is going to affect our case. But today we have won the case because that prayer has been rejected. One has to see how far the observations is going to help the prayer. So the prayer, they have asked for a quo warranto. Court has said such prayer is not maintainable, cannot be granted. So today we have won the case.
If they should explain as to what is Sanatana Dharma. Nobody had come forward to explain what is Sanatana Dharma. So I don't understand. Let it go, that's all. The court has observed that they should not be removed from minister and they should not speak like that. But when we understand what we understand as Sanatana Dharma, as Manu Dharma. If they say that it is not Manu Dharma, then it is okay. We are not against it.
Taking forward India Today's campaign on the unprecedented water scarcity that the beautiful city of Bengaluru right now is facing. Right now, let's get you some of the case studies that we've compiled. Our reporters on ground spread to different parts of Bengaluru to tell you how it's the same story of a crisis in every single part of Bengaluru. Taps completely running dry. The government repeatedly saying that we're taking up this issue very, very seriously. But with summer yet to hit Bengaluru completely, there are questions really of whether the government is doing enough to address this crisis.
Taps run dry. Long queues for drinking water. Even before summer strikes, there's an unprecedented water crisis in India's IT city.
People queuing up for hours on end, people who are working in plush IT companies, people who are farmers, people who just, people who are staying in low-lying areas. Every single Bengalurian is right now dealing with one of the most toughest, unprecedented water shortage crises.
Housing societies in Bengaluru have advised residents to be careful with their daily water use.
The scarcity of water is since more than 3 months, 3 to 4 months. There's no rain, there's no water, and they're not providing even the BWSSB tanker also. And a lot of residents are really fighting for the water. Every day we call up all the BWSSB people, engineer, and they tell we will provide this day, that day.
Amid the ongoing crisis, private water tankers are charging exorbitant prices.
The water tankers are in huge demand. They're demanding at the rate of 3,000 every load, and it's very expensive, and for the common person it's very difficult to survive.
The Siddaramaiah government has directed all private water tankers to register before Thursday to curb the skyrocketing charges for water supply. The situation has become so grave that citizens are praying for divine intervention.
The puja is Homas. Today the Purnavati will be there. We expect so many ministers, etc. to come and public to gather and collective prayer. Pray God and pray nature through God that there be rain.
They are praying from the bottom of their hearts that there should be rain in Bangalore, because we've been seeing continuous reports of how the bore wells have dried up. People have been scrambling for water, asking private tankers to come, but the private tankers are exploiting them by charging exorbitant amounts. So over here in the Dodda Ganapati temple, you have people who have come in large numbers, collectively praying for rain to show some mercy.
The government has assured it will ensure water supply to Bengaluru at any cost.
We are taking over all the tanks. We are identifying the points where our water is available. 270 taluks have been dried. More than 3,000 borewells have been dried in Bangalore. We are just looking at whatever the water is coming from Kaveri, it is coming. The 5th stage will be completed only by December. By May end.
Bengaluru, popularly known as the City of Lakes, is facing an unprecedented water crisis. Citizens are wondering what will happen when summer really sets in. With Anaga Keshav in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, in the election season, the Election Commission has now warned, short of a warning to Rahul Gandhi over remarks against Prime Minister Modi, asking him to be more careful, to be more cautious in the kind of comments that he makes in public against Prime Minister Modi. He's been warned particularly over the comments that he made last year against Prime Minister Modi, calling the Prime Minister Panoti, meaning bad omen, or calling him a pickpocket. These are comments by Rahul Gandhi over which he's been pulled up now by the Election Commission. There was a directive that came in from the Delhi High Court in December last year that said that the Election Commission must issue a stern message to Rahul Gandhi. So it's acting on that directive that the poll panel has now told Rahul Gandhi to follow clearly the guidelines issued by the Election Commission when attacking political opponents, and has essentially warned him against using words like he has previously, whether it's comments like Panoti or pickpocket. So the EC issuing this particular warning to Rahul Gandhi, saying you must be more careful, you must be more cautious with the kind of comments that you make. Now, in fact, the Election Commission earlier in its advisory that was dated March 1st had warned that parties, candidates, all star campaigners will face stern action rather than just, in fact, a warning or a moral censure. If there is any violation of the Model Code of Conduct, if there are any below-the-belt remarks that are made. But this is based on the directive by the Delhi High Court that you have the Election Commission now shooting off this warning to Rahul Gandhi, saying comments like Panoti, meaning bad omen, comments like pickpocket against Prime Minister Modi during the election campaign is not okay.